Students, let's continue NTA Abhyas chapter wise questions, sets and relations. Question number 9. Let P be the relation defined on the set of all real numbers such that P is equal to A comma B such that secant square A minus tan square B is equal to 1. Then P is, again the four options are given with respect to reflexive or symmetric or transitive, and we have to verify whether they are reflexive, transitive and symmetric, or all the three will satisfy or not. Okay, let's go to the solution. So given set P is equal to A comma B such that secant square A minus secant square B, tan square B is equal to 1. Okay. Now we will verify reflexive. Reflexive means A comma A must be there. Like suppose A comma A belongs to P. If A comma A belongs to P, which implies secant square A minus tan square A. So we have the property secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So secant square A minus tan square is equal to 1. So it is satisfying, and hence we can say this is reflexive. Next we will verify symmetric. Symmetric. A is related to B, that is A comma B belongs to P. A comma B belongs to P, which implies secant square A minus tan square B is equal to 1. So which also implies secant square A is equal to 1 plus tan square B, or which also implies secant square A is equal to 1 plus tan square is nothing but secant square B we can write. So which also implies mod of secant A is equal to mod of secant B. Okay, so mod of secant A is equal to mod of secant B we can say. And now we can also write, since secant square A minus tan square B is equal to 1, secant square we can write it as 1 plus tan square A, and tan square A we can write it as secant square minus 1, secant square B minus 1 we can write. Okay, and this is equal to 1, which implies 1 plus tan square A minus secant square B plus 1 is equal to 1, or which further we can write tan square A minus secant square B is equal to minus 1, or we can write secant square B minus tan square A is equal to 1. Since A comma B belongs to P means secant square A minus tan square B is equal to 1. Now here secant square B minus tan square is equal to 1 implies that B comma A belongs to P, right? A comma B belongs to P, and we got finally here B comma A belongs to P. So from this what is that we can say it is symmetric. So your R is symmetric. And now if A comma B belongs to P, which implies that mod of sec A is equal to mod of sec B, right? And B comma C belongs to P, which implies mod of sec B is equal to mod of sec C. So from this both we can write that mod of secant A is equal to mod of secant C. So which implies that A comma C belongs to P also. So A comma B belongs to P and B comma C belongs to P, which implies A comma C also belongs to P. So that we can say this is transitive. So this is transitive also, and hence we can say it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Which option? If all the three satisfied, we call it as an equivalence relation. So you can go with option D. Next question. the number of elements in the set a comma b such that a square plus b square is equal to 50, a comma b belongs to z, where z is the set of all integers a comma b, a square plus b square is equal to 50, where a and b are integers, where z is a set of all integers. It's a numerical type question, no options are given. So let's solve this. In our previous video we discussed like this question, x square plus y square is less than or equals to 4, and here a square plus b square is equal to 50. So a square plus b square is equal to 50. Geometrically it represents a circle with a center origin and radius will be root 50. So this is root 50 comma 0, and this is minus root 50 comma 0, and this is 0 comma root 50, and this is 0 comma minus root 50. Root 50 means above 7. So 7 will be here integers. If I can consider, it is lying between 7 and 8. So this is 7 and this is 8. This is minus 7 and this is minus 8. Similarly here also 7 and 8. So mostly what are the points will be considered in between 1 and 0 and 7 only. So now we will verify that among these numbers only between below 7 or equal to 7. So what are the possibilities we had such that a square plus b square is equal to 50. So we had 1 square plus 7 square is 50, right? Means 1 comma 7. Not only 1 comma 7, we can also write minus 1 comma 7, or minus 1 comma minus 7 we can write, or 1 comma minus 7 we can write. 1 comma minus 7 minus 1 comma 7. It's like how many possibilities are there? 4 possibilities. And similarly, if I can consider one more, 5 square plus 5 square also we can consider. 25 plus 25 is 50. So here also we can consider with the 5 comma 5, 4 possibilities are there, plus or minus if we can consider. Okay, and the next case, 7 comma 1 also we can consider. So plus 7 comma plus 1, minus 7 comma minus 1, we can go with again 4 ways. Here 4 ways are there, here 4 ways are there, and here also total 4 ways are there. So put together how many are there? 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12 ways. Means how many? 12 possibilities are there. So the required number of elements is nothing but 12. We can give the answer 12. Clear? Next question. Let W denotes the words in the English dictionary if the relation R is given by R is equal to X comma Y belongs to W cross W. The words X and Y have at least one letter in common. Then R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Let's check. First we will see the what is the given relation here. R is equal to X comma Y. X belongs to W cross W. The word X and Y have at least one letter in common. First we will see the reflexive case. And if I take any word, suppose if I can consider any word like pen, P-E-N, each and every letter of this word will have common itself. It means that the letter P-E-N, the letters in the word P-E-N and the letters in the word P-E-N have at least one common. All the 3 letters are common means minimum one common is there. So from this we can say any word you select, for any word, the condition will satisfy. The given condition will satisfy, right? And coming to the second one, symmetric. Symmetric, if I can consider here, any word you take like P-E-N, and we can take one more, H-E-N. P-E-N is one word and H-E-N is another word. We have 2 letters common, minimum one is there, 2 letters are common. And even if I can consider HEN and PEN, just like A related to B and B related to A, HEN and PEN also having two letters in common. In anyhow we can say either A is related to B or B is related to A, they have common thing. So we can say this is symmetric also. It is reflexive and also symmetric. And coming to the transitive, if I can find, suppose if I take one word CAT cat and another word RAT rat, A is related to B. Okay, CAT and RAT, two letters are in common, AT is common, these both are related. And if I can consider RAT and if I consider robo, ROBO, so one letter is common in these both words, so we can say B is related to C. Like, now coming to the first word and the last word, CAT and ROBO, is there any common? Since A is related to B and B related to C, can we say that A is related to C? No, there is no common letter at all, and hence we can see it is not a transitive. Means for showing it is not transitive, one example is enough. This is one example where I found from the dictionary all the letters according to the condition, words X and Y have at least one letter in common. Okay, and hence we can say which one option? Reflexive, symmetric and not transitive, first option. We'll move to the next question. Let S be the set of all real numbers. Then the relation R is equal to A comma B such that 1 plus AB is greater than 0 on S is R is equal to A comma B such that 1 plus AB is greater than 0. Again similarly, first reflexive. If A is related to A, which implies 1 plus A into A square, 1 plus A square is always greater than 0. This is true, right, for any real number, because it is defined on any real numbers. We can say set of all real numbers given. Okay, so it is true, 1 plus A square is always greater than 0, so it is reflexive. And coming to the symmetric, A is related to B implies 1 plus AB is greater than 0, which also can be written 1 plus BA is greater than 0. So what is 1 plus BA? We can add B is related to A, right? And hence if A is related to B, we got B related to A, so it is symmetric. And coming to the transitive, and many students will have confusion in this. They will go with like the same explanation. If A is related to B implies 1 plus AB is greater than 0, and B is related to C, so that 1 plus BC is greater than 0. And by solving this, and we can say A is related to C since 1 plus AC is also greater than 0. This is a wrong assumption. Okay, because if I can consider in real numbers some fraction part, the answers may change. So let me give the examples in such case. So if I take an example 1 comma minus 1 by 3, 1 comma minus 1 by 3, so which implies that 1 plus 1 into minus 1 by 3, so this is 1 minus 1 by 3, which is positive only. 3 minus 1, 2 upon 3, 2 upon 3 is positive. And similarly minus 1 by 3 comma, so if I take minus 5, so 1 plus minus 1 by 3 into minus 5, so minus 1 by 3 into minus 5 is positive. 1 plus positive thing is always positive, so that is 1 plus 5 by 3, which is equal to 8 by 3 is positive only. So this is also satisfied. If like A is related to B and B is related to C, now we will check 1 and minus 5. 1 and minus 5, if I can check here, 1 plus 1 into minus 5, which is equal to 1 minus 5 is less than 0. So it is not satisfying. So and hence we can say this is not transitive. So with one example we can prove it is not transitive. So it is reflexive, symmetric but not transitive, right? So don't go with this assumption and give the answer equivalence, right? Next question. if A is equal to x belongs to R such that mod x less than 2 and B is equal to x belongs to R mod of x minus 2 greater than or equals to 3, then which of the following options are correct? So first let me consider here what is given. Set A is equal to x belongs to R mod x is less than 2. Mod x less than 2 means we can consider A is equal to this set mod x less than 2, x lies between minus 2 and plus 2, because we had the definition mod x less than A implies minus A less than x less than A. So minus 2 less than x less than 2. So this is an in terms of real numbers we can say that A is x such that x belongs to minus 2 comma 2. This is what we can give. And coming to the set B, x belongs to R mod of x minus 2 is greater than or equals to 3. So mod of x minus 2 is greater than or equals to 3 implies, here I will write the formula, mod x greater than or equals to A implies either x is greater than or equals to A or x less than or equals to minus A. So which means here x minus 2 greater than or equals to 3 or x minus 2 is less than or equals to minus 3. So which implies x is greater than or equals to 5 or x is less than or equals to minus 1. So this part I can write B is equal to x such that x is greater than 5, above 5 or equal to 5 and below minus 1, less than minus 1. So we can write minus infinity to minus 1. So here also equal. Minus infinity to minus 1, closed minus 1, again union 5 to infinity, closed 5 and infinity is open. X such that x belongs to. Okay, and coming to the next. Now if I can find the first part, A intersection B. A intersection B, if I can see, A is this set minus 2 to 2. Better I can go with the number line. So A is given here minus 2 to 2. So let me write minus 2 to plus 2 here. And coming to the set B, we had above 5 and below minus 1. So let me use a different color so you can identify. So minus 2 to plus 2 is your set A. Your red color is your set A. Okay. And coming to the set B, above 5 and below minus 1. Okay, and this here minus 1 is including. This is including, and this is 5 also including. Both 5 and minus 1 both are including here, and in case of minus 2 to 2 plus 2, so both are excluding. So in this case I can just mention here they are excluding. For excluding I am mentioning like whole. Now what is intersection part? Minus 2 to minus 1. Minus 2 comma minus 1 intersection. Can we say that this is the right answer? Minus 2 to minus 1, but minus 1 is including here, so we can't give this answer. First option is wrong. And coming to the second option, B minus A, from the set B, means from your blue colored lines, remove the red, your red color From the blue color, if I can remove the red color, what will be your answer? R minus of minus 2 comma 5. So minus 2 comma 5. From the real numbers, second option is given, from the real numbers except minus 2 to 5 entirely we can say. Yes, is this correct? From the blue color, if I can remove the red part, so this is the right answer. Okay, exactly, you are getting second option is correct. And if I can verify the other options, A union B, R minus 2 comma 5, A union B means you have both either red color or blue color line. No, this is not correct. And option D also, if I can verify, A minus B is equal to minus 1 comma 2. A minus B means from the set, from the red color, if I can remove blue color, A minus B. So this is also not getting correct. So we can just go with option B. Okay. So we'll see the next question. Question number 14th. If the relations R1 and R2 from set A to set B are defined as R1 is equal to (1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6) and R2 is equal to 2, 1, 4, 3, 6, 5. And from here maximum we can write the domain of this 1, 3, 5 we can write here, and here we can write the domain 2, 4, 6. Both the relations are defined from the set A to set B. So A will have minimum like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe some other elements which ordered place which may be not defined in these relations, we may find in some other relations. So we can say minimum. These are the things we can see very clearly in the relations, and hence we can say A is having minimum these elements. Means minimum number of elements A. Minimum of A is equal to this many. And coming to the set B, and for set B we'll be having, set B is also the range we can consider, the range of A here 2, 4, 6, and here we can consider the range 1, 3, 5, and the range we can consider, this is also range minimum we can consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here also 6 are there, means minimum number of n of A is equal to 6 and minimum number of n of B is also equal to 6. So minimum elements in both the sets must be 6. Now we will see the number of elements in A cross B. Means from here we can say minimum number of elements in A cross B must be 36, right? So minimum number of elements in A cross B must be 6 into 6, that is 36. So if I can see the options here, 36 is minimum, means first option is not possible, second option may be possible, and third and fourth option are possibilities. But if I can say 53 is a prime number, 53 into 1 is only possible, means any one of the set must be having only one element, which is not possible. So second option is also not correct, because one set is containing 53 elements, other set containing only one element is not possible. And coming to the next one, 91 we can write it as 13 into 7 or 7 into 13, right? There may be possibility 13 into 7 or 7 into 13. So this is how we can, this is correct. And coming to the next one, 55. So 55 we can write 11 into 5 or 5 into 11. 5 is not possible because minimum number of elements in set is 6. So this is not possible. So and hence we can say option C is the right answer. Okay, next question. If A is equal to x such that x is equal to 6 to the power of n minus 5n minus 1, where n belongs to n, and b is equal to x such that x is equal to 25 times of n minus 1, where n belongs to n. So if I can consider the natural numbers, I can write the set here by taking n is equal to 1, 6 power 1, 6 minus 5 minus 1, 0. And if I take n is equal to 2, 6 square is 36, 36 minus 10 minus 1, 26 minus 1, 25. And if I take n is equal to 3, I can write 6 power 3, 216 minus 5 3s are 15 minus 1. So this is 200 and so on. And coming to the set B, we can write here 25 times of 1 minus 1, that is 0, 25 times of 2 minus 1, 1, 25. And 25 times of 3 minus 1, 2, 2 25s are 50 and so on we can write. And because these are the multiples of 25, very clearly we can say 200 also must be there. So 0 comma 25, 25 belongs to B but 25 belongs to B, and 50 belongs to B but 50 does not belongs to A. But every element of A is contained in B. 0 is there, 25 is there, 200 also must be there, and the next number also will be definitely will be there. So we can say A is subset to B. So we can say the option A is subset to B. Third option will be correct. Okay.